Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is me, Dukect. Sorry for not doing the Dukect Lounge live. It was a complete crapshoot. Honestly, first things first, Skype just dropped a call and it wasn't one. At first, it didn't play my music over Skype again for whatever reason. And two, it dropped a call and I just said, screw it. I'm just going to do it like this. This is just a pre-recorded podcast. And I hate to do it because I don't mind doing a pre-recorded podcast, but I like doing it live. And honestly, I wasn't feeling it live because I can't do it without my music doing it. It just frustrates me. Where I can't just put the music on and interact with people via chat or anything else. It frustrates me a bit. Or maybe I don't know, maybe just try to figure out a way to do this live like on OBS or something like that and do a stream or do this like live streaming and such. Let's, just do live streams. Just put the Dukect Lounge on live stream and everything else. We do stuff like that on Thursdays instead of talk show. But I don't want to do that because it seems a little too I don't want to stab talk show on the back like that because I do love what they do. Seriously, they really help me out and I put my stuff on there and they seem to really enjoy it. So, yeah, it's just frustrating. Anyway, let's get back into it. Let's get back to the show and, and hopefully we can do some positive stuff. So let's talk about TNA Impact Wrestling. What else is to say about Impact Wrestling? This show tonight was a complete crap show. Besides the Hardy Boys, the Broken Hardys, nothing else seemed to matter. And it's a couple other segments, but it was a completely terrible show. Josh Matthews is the worst announcer in everything. I'm honestly convinced that it is literally the worst announcer of all time. He is one of the worst announcers. The annoyance factor. And honestly, I don't mind Pope. I think Pope's a good commentary. But Jesus, man, I can't. Just Josh Matthews, shut up. I can't deal with him. He is legitimately one. I just can't focus when he's just like, it just kept going and going and going and going. And this is not the first time I've been annoyed with Josh Matthews. I've been annoyed with him for every time he's been in TNA. He's been annoying and completely just this odd, flipping from babyface to heel to anything else. Hating EC3 to liking him to do all these things. I'm like, I don't know what is going on with him. He is literally just a confusing character. And I don't know. And as an announcer, like I said, he is like nails on a chalkboard. He's literally not so much annoying. He's annoying at base level on a good day, he's annoying. On bad days, he is nails on a chalkboard. And honestly, I wish when the new people come in power, I hope they just get rid of him. He's toxic. He's bad on social media. He's bad on social media. He just continues to be just a terrible announcer. And honestly, less Josh Matthews, the better. And also, another people that have left is, since the new management in Impact Wrestling, which is Jeff Jarrett and his cronies and everyone else from Global Force Wrestling, basically bringing the band back together, and stuff without Dixie and such. You have Anaheim being the majority owners and everything. We now see what's going to be supposedly the future is. And supposedly, the future doesn't include the Broken Hardys, who left basically because of control and money, which is to me hilarious because, they all say, in the storyline tonight, the crust with gold is like, money. Jeff Hardy says, money is for marks. That is hilarious. And don't get me wrong, I still like the Hardys. Their characters are interesting. They're one of them. They, 2016, they reinvented themselves. So, you know what? I wish them the best. The Broken Hardys. And let them, Anthem, Jeff Jarrett, if you want to get some, sorry. If, Anaheim, Jeff Jarrett, if you want to get positive influence, you want to get some positive buzz for TNA, the best thing you can do right now is let them keep their IP and let them keep going with the Broken Hardys. They seem to get a stride on it going, so, and honestly, maybe this whole, they've been hit a rut in TNA, but have them leave and have them go to, say, NXT, have them feud with DIY or someone like that, I think would be really refreshing for them. A new coat of paint, as it were. That would be a very positive thing. So, yeah, I think it's very interesting if they go up there. Two people I don't care for is Mike. I am so boring that I have nothing else literally to talk about. Mike Bennett, this dude. And his beautiful wife, Maria, who is a decent heel, but quite honestly, I just, at the end of the day, I personally like Maria's heel work. Mike Bennett was, it's funny how, Mike Bennett, this dude who, by the way, there's actually a fun thing over at the freaking Awesome Network forums, a nice little, I'm making fun of Mike Bennett and 10,000 nicknames of Mike Bennett. And let me show you at least some of them. Where is it? Here it is. Let's see. The 10,000 nicknames, how bland Mike Bennett is. Mike, that 70s show, final season, Bennett. Mike going to a costume party with Lance Storm and Al Snow, Bennett. Mike needs new batteries for his Game Gear, Bennett. Okay. Oh, what else? Okay. Mike still makes the cake is a lie jokes, Bennett. Oh, what else? Okay, what else is here? Mike, the paint drying is more exciting to me, Bennett. Says there's so many more of these. It's Here's the one thing here. Mike Jar Mayonnaise Bennett. Oh, it's so much funny. And this actually was, and I'll leave this link in that description too, as this is where it started. That Mike and bowl of Lucky Charms without the marshmallows, Bennett. That's another one. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. All right. There's more here. There's so many good ones in this. I'll link both threads in the description because it's funny as heck. Because Mike Bennett is legitimately one of the most boringest dudes on the Impact roster. He is more bland and uninteresting. He's more bland than actually Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews at least has upside. He's young. They can get a personality for him. But by gosh, Mike Bennett, there's nothing for you can do for him. He's done. You can't do nothing for him. Yeah, you can't do nothing with Mike. The taxation of the trade routes trying to outline star system is in dispute. Dispute Bennett. I messed that up. I gotta find a new one. Let's see. We gotta find one. I gotta find one I didn't mess up here. All right. Oh gosh. They're even going on hard against Braxton Stutter, which he's fine. Braxton Stutter is fine. He's decent. And then I'll also call him Mike Apollo Crews Bennett. God dang it. Apollo Crews, okay, he's bad, but at least he can actually do some actually decent wrestling moves. He's decent sometimes. Oh, how about this? Mike Unseasoned Chicken Breast Bennett. Mike Rice Cake Bennett. Mike Unflavored Gelatin Bennett. Mike Plain Snow Cone Bennett. Mike C-SPAN at midnight Bennett. And Mike straight to Betamax Bennett. That's what I made up. It's great. I seriously, just go and look at that stuff. It's beautiful. But yeah, there's so many other people. Get back to the main point. But it's funny how Mike Bennett somehow, got the pinfall and destroyed EC3's winning streak, which should have gone to another guy who left TNA, and more of an uninteresting and bland note, Drew Galloway, who dropped the title tonight in a very just bland and forgettable match in the Grand Championship to Moose. I honestly thought Galloway should have been the one to beat EC3 at Bound for Glory for the championship, instead of that stupid tournament and everything else. But then again, we wouldn't have gotten Broken Matt Hardy, so, okay. Maybe that. That's could be a positive. But yeah, Galloway, I thought he was pretty decent as champion. I thought he was pretty good in the main event structure. I honestly thought that Drew Galloway really did, he really shined as a guy in Impact for a while. I think he was floundering a bit, but hopefully when he leaves, he'll continue to go in the indies. And honestly, if the UK tour, like I said before, they should have signed him up, not Mandrews, but Drew Galloway. Whew, that would have people to watch. Said that, I left the WE. I felt really bad. Like, have Drew Galloway win the UK title, not Tyler Bate. He's 19 years old and should not be winning championships. He's already climbing the mountaintop. What's the point of him challenging things anymore? I don't know, just me. Wolfgang, personally. I'm still pissed off Wolfgang didn't win. Dang it. He was so good. Whatever. But, yeah. Drew Galloway's gone. Jade, the female wrestler Jade, Knockouts champion. It's a shame she's gone. She had a really decent match with Rosemary. I think she could have been really good. I think she can be a very good wrestler for WWE. If they do want to go to WWE, I think it would be very interesting to do so. I think it would be a very good type of place for her to go. And honestly, WWE needs the female talent. Put her in NXT for a while. Put her in NXT and just have her go to Raw. She can be that plucky face, and she's halfway decent on the mic. Maybe a little bit working in NXT to get her character down and doing type of stuff would be really good for her. That sort of thing. She's 27, so she is pretty decent in the ring. So I think they could do something with her. And when she goes to the women's, there's going to be a women's tournament because, the WWE Network loves their tournaments. So yeah, I see her doing something like that. But overall, and there'll probably be more releases and poor hires, and there's going to be some more. I hear Alberto Del Rio has made his debut in TNA. I haven't seen much spoilers, so please don't spoil for me. I want to see for myself. So, what's going to happen? And by the way, it looks like Karen Jarrett's going to be the new control figure, which honestly, one of the most positive things I liked on Impact was that there was no League of Authority, no one else there. It was just like, it felt a little bit natural. It was like, man, it was something I missed in wrestling. Like, the main stars were the wrestlers. The main draws were the wrestlers and people on the show wrestling. It didn't need an authority figure. Wrestling has been, and I hate the fact that it's going to be Karen Jarrett again doing this whole authority. I don't need authority figures. Just have some people say there's going to be new changes and everything else, and that sort of thing. I just don't like having authorities figures in wrestling. No one need the authority figure thing is done. Leave it alone. We should be going away and moving on to something bigger and better. And honestly, let the wrestlers wrestle, and let the wrestlers wrestle, but also be stars at their own show. Don't waste their time doing these stupid background segments for these non-wrestlers and then and everything else. All they're doing is to set up matches. The only way I would take someone who has an authority figure seriously is to have them used sparingly. And also, one thing I just want them to be, like, they could be part of the show, a commissioner and all these type of stuff, but to be part of the show, but let them be a positive. Not someone who, like I said, maybe, I know, I think Lil Cubo said this on Mike, which is like the Mark, like one of his Mark remarks, saying that SmackDown general managers and stuff like that, the general manager and the commissioner, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, they're there, but they don't get themselves involved with everything around themselves. They're not in, they're not all in the, they're not in the, into muck of the show, like, unlike Stephanie and Mick Foley are. That sort of thing. And if it was something that's more hands off, and I like that. And if it's the only way for Karen Jad to do this, I want that to have her, that type of style. Hands off, barely mentioned, but yet, when something serious goes down, they could be a part of it. Like, okay, here's a match, and there you go. But that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I am hopefully this move will have Impact go in the right direction, because they can't die. They seem to just continue to keep going and going. And hopefully in the next couple of years, maybe they actually can be that solid number 2. That solid number 2 again. And let them become more relevant, not just because of the Hardys, but also on their talent and, the younger talent that people seem to want to go see and become better wrestlers because they have better wrestling and things that people won't be ashamed of watching TNA. But that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, we're going to take a small break. And after that, we're going to go back to WWE and talk about, some really bad storytelling. And I'm going to be talking about SmackDown and a little bit of Raw and a little bit of SmackDown too, about the road to WrestleMania being hampered by bad storytelling. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Well, not really live here on Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this little musical interlude from OC Remix. Thank you so much for watching and listening here on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here on TalkShoe.com, but also on YouTube.com/DukecT, ManticExpression.com, and FreakinAwesomeNetwork.com, and others interesting places. So, as my cat's still sleeping on my bed, because he can, he got one eye open looking at me like, yeah, I'm sleeping on your bed, what of it? Yeah, but anyway, let's get to the bad storytelling of the WWE. Storytelling in the WWE is, right now, honestly, I have to say Raw is doing a pretty good job of it. I mean, I think Festival of Friendship was interesting, and it seemed to be something they're moving into an interesting direction with Kevin Owens. Finally, and like I said previously, one good promo in a storyline it's good to have, effective storytelling, but yeah, it's not that good, especially things that weren't good. Seth Rollins promo, oh Lord, it was a bad promo. It was a bad crowd. The only positive thing was Triple H. I saw this actually live, and I was just flipping channels and see maybe because Seth Rollins, I was like, okay, maybe he'll finally sound, reflective. Maybe he'll finally be reflective of what he has done. And he did that, which was good, but the way he sounded, he was awkward. He was very awkward. He didn't connect to the crowd. I mean, there was no connection. There was no connection with him or the crowd. So I honestly did not care for what his redemption story was. I did not care for it. And that is a shame, because I want to care for his redemption. There's a good story in that redemption. But sadly, there is not anything in that no one seems to care about Seth Rollins' redemption. Too little, too late for the man known as the Architect. Because honestly, he just screams out to be a villain, and that's what he is. He's pretty much a villain. Same as Sasha Banks. And I guess I missed that women's promo with Charlotte and Becky, Bailey. Becky Lynch is actually moving on forward. I like her. She's so much better. I think she's actually more. Out of the 4 horsewomen, I think she's the best one. In terms of wrestling and promos as well, in my personal opinion. But anyway, it's just the way they it just makes me just feels like it's just on this autopilot. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, you have multiple divas or women's wrestlers being in multiple feuds in multiple matches. It's like they know what they're doing with these characters. It's interesting. It's fun. Speaking of that, also, we go back to SmackDown. I'll get to that later. It's actually interesting too. But yeah, Raw. It is frustrating to see these type of things back to the bad storytelling. It's just, I want to like these characters, but there's no reason for me to like them. I don't have no reason to cheer or root for Seth Rollins. I had no reason to care for it. Roman Reigns, who honestly at this point they need to turn him heel. Even though he does, I think he does trend a bit. I think he should beat Strowman. And now people are, Strowman. Look, Strowman, I want him to look good. Strowman's going to be fine. He takes the loss here. He loses to a WWE champion and whatever. Fine. He gets close. He gets, that sort of thing. He becomes more focused and wins, And he builds himself back up. I would have him win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. There you go. Booyah. And have him win the Universal title at SummerSlam. That's what I would do. Yeah. I think that should be it. And I honestly think Roman Reigns should be in the triple threat match at WrestleMania. Triple threat for the Universal title. Roman Reigns, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar. Bam. There you go. Universal title. Roman Reigns beats him, turns heel, and dominates for the next 2. And dominates until Strowman comes back, tanned up, ready to go, beats him, and becomes a Universal Champion for at least another, until WrestleMania and such. As the guy who beats everyone else up. That should be really good. That sort of thing. Anyway. Go to SmackDown. There's some good things I like of SmackDown, some things I didn't. One of the things I like is how they're actually having a teasing Natalya going after the Becky, the Alexa Bliss's women's championship. I like that. This shows again, not all heels are like, I'm just gonna wait until her face gets the title. No, it's like, I want the belt. I want to be part of. This is the road to WrestleMania. I'm going after the belt. Unlike say Nia Jax, who just floats around like, I'm dominant, but I'm not gonna go after Charlotte for whatever reason because she's a heel and I'm a heel. So I'm not going after the championship until Bayley wins it. So she's a face, so I can go after the championship. Makes no sense. Also, it is interesting the AJ Styles, Luke Harper match, which was good. I think Luke Harper showed himself really good here. And honestly, I think it was a pointless match as Luke Harper basically won the Battle Royal. But yeah, WWE just doesn't know what to do with the talent. AJ Styles beats him not once, but twice after shenanigans with things with Shane McMahon, which basically is setting up to Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles, which A match that no one wants to see, no one asked for, and honestly, no one wants to see. No one asked for this match, and it will probably be at least, I think, a better match than the other. But no one wants to see Shane McMahon do his punches again, or have AJ Styles sell his punches. It's going to be a complete crap. It's going to be a whole just terrible time. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be a complete shit show. That's what's going to happen. Another thing. It's the whole Bray Wyatt Randy Orton situation. And how Randy Orton burned down Bray Wyatt's house. Then again, that was the most second epic burn of the night since John Cena completely destroyed The Miz. I mean, verbally, and destroyed him to a point that honestly, The Miz should not just get his, you know what? I need to get another job card. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But anyway, Randy Orton, and honestly, this whole Wyatt family thing, this whole storyline comes to show me that Bray Wyatt is the dumbest wrestler of 2017. As he brought in Randy Orton as Snake, a Viper, a deceiver. He is a deceiver. That's what he does, into the fold. Why? Because he lost the match to Bray Wyatt. They won the tag championships for about a week. And then, about 2 weeks, losing to American Alpha, which, another thing about bad storytelling, why is American Alpha just winning has a long title reign, but does nothing with the belt? They are a champion. You don't go over when you come to champions. You don't become over. When you become over, you add on to the championship. You know. I hate the fact that people say, "Oh, this guy is barely struggling, so we have to put the titles on him." You know, they're not popular or over or whatever. So they're not really popular over. Just give them the belts, then they could get over. No, you get people over and popular, then you give them a championship. It's a reward. That's how it used to be. I know there are actually popular acts that never won a title, like Coco B. Rare, but the thing still stands. You know what I'm saying? Popular acts and so on and so forth do deserve to get. Again, if you're popular enough and more popular than a champion, then you should get a championship. Not only an opportunity, but actually become champion. That's how it works. That sort of thing. But anyway, back to the point. Bray Wyatt wins the tag titles, loses it, kicks Harper out. Which, by the way, what the hell Harper's going to do? At this point, he's probably had to go to the Battle Royal because he lost his number one contendership to AJ Styles unfairly, not once but twice. Dude got bitched out, and he hasn't won a singles match. I think the best way they can do this, the best way they can salvage this is have him come close yet again and lose. And make a story about Harper. He hasn't won these matches yet. Big matches. Hell, have Dolph Ziggler come out and make fun of him. That sort of thing. That sort of thing, and have him, and you build that up feud and say Harper's like, I've been disappointing myself. I haven't been winning, but I will win against Dolph Ziggler, and it will start tonight, and you have him beat Dolph Ziggler in the pay-per-view match. I know Dolph Ziggler's a loser or whatever, but it gets him, starts getting momentum. He starts picking up more and more victories. Become more popular, can win, and becomes more, has a lot more victories on his belt. Then at SummerSlam, he beats Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental title. I know it's progressing a bit, but it builds his brand up again. Then you have him a good run for the Intercontinental title. And have, someone else beat him or something for it. Then have him really get close to the Royal Rumble. In fact, you build him up so much that I say put Luke Harper into the Royal Rumble and have him win the Royal Rumble in 2018. And then, have him, he's fully built up. You believe he can actually win. And, have him win the championship there. No fuss, no muss. You don't force him into this a match. Which, by the way, AJ Styles has no real business to be there. It would be completely awkward if AJ Styles shows up because well, we need the work rate. So yeah, Randy Orton and Wyatt was terrible. So we got AJ Styles adding the work rate. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Makes no sense at all. That's from Outcast. I think Idlewild. Yeah. Yeah, the little song segment. But anyway, it would be a great idea to do something like that. Build out Harper like that. But I don't think the WWE doesn't know how to do stuff like that. But yeah, Wyatt is literally the dumbest wrestler ever because he let Harper go. He came in, he won the WWE Championship while Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble. And says Randy Orton, like, oh man, I will not fight you at WrestleMania because I love you. Yeah, exactly. Because you're too scary. It's too scary, right? Oh, I'm scary. I'm a champion. I'm scary. Yes, I am taking off on the smart buses. I don't care. But that's scary and everything else. Yeah. And Bray Wyatt. And then his whole farce of fear, the new farce of fear, ladies and gentlemen. After he gave Randy, he was like, after he said this whole summoning, his commencement of him being the WWE champion, which AJ said he was going to show up to, but yeah, he never did. And then you have, he has his promo saying he will destroy AJ Styles, yada, yada, yada. And then Randy Orton comes in at his Bray Wyatt's, shack and removes the floorboards and reveals that was Sister Abigail's body and burns down his shack. And Wyatt was crying and looking like, oh my gosh, what I do. And honestly, everyone and their mama knew this was coming. Everyone knew this was coming. And honestly, it was hilarious. It was a good story. It was it was very intense in a way. I liked the way it was shot. It was nice. But really, it looked like a terrible look for Bray Wyatt, who was supposed to be this king manipulator, but yet you let Randy Orton in your family, in your house, and you're surprised that he destroyed your entire kingdom? You're surprised by this? He's a viper, you moron. So, honestly, I feel like I watched, everyone that's around me is an idiot. Everyone on SmackDown, everyone, Harper is an idiot who can't get the job done. Shane McMahon, the commissioner of SmackDown, is an idiot, or general manager, or whatever. He's an idiot for getting involved in the match, getting his face kicked in by Luke Harper, and such. James Ellsworth's an idiot by just existing. And Bray Wyatt is the king of the idiots. Right next, I think, and sadly, even though he's basically king of the idiots, that still has more worth than, being king of the cruiserweights, Neville. Seriously, being king of the cruiserweights is like being king of, being like a king of Wendy's or something. Like a local corner. No, scratch that. Being king of the cruiserweights is as worthless and as meaningless as, honestly, the Grand Championship of Impact. In fact, maybe, honestly, the Impact Grand Champion has a little more weight to it. As the WWE Cruiserweight division is DOA. It's dead. It's dead, folks, and it ain't coming back. But hey, that's just me. And, we're going to take a small little break, a little more music interlude, and we'll be right back. And afterwards, we're going to be talking a little about the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer. A little bit of film for all you Marvel comic book fans out there. We'll be right back right after this. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thanks once again for joining me, Dukect. And, well, I just saw the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Volume 2 trailer. And, well, there's some good funny moments in there. I mean, I did like, Drax, seriously, he is always, always good for a laugh in these type of, in the trailers. He always gets a good moment. He does. He gets a couple of good ones. Groot is as cute and adorable as always. Yondu's pretty badass and everything else. Rocket is, he's doing his things, and we haven't seen much story yet. And we have no idea. They seem to have captured Nebula, and see that they're transporting her somewhere, and it looks like she escapes, and then she joins up with them to fight off a greater evil. So, I don't know, maybe it's the golden people in the trailer that is the villains, which is interesting. And also you have Peter's dad, played by Kurt Russell, who's supposedly Ego the planet, which is interesting. And honestly, I think hopefully they're going to do some more stuff here. I want to see the characters grow, and it looks like they have grown a bit. And are they going to do something with Gamora and Peter Quill? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But it looks fun. So it looks like they're weapons for hire now. So that's interesting little look. I wonder if Groot will grow into bigger Groot. And later on. So who knows? Also, the Ravengers are going to be after them as well, so it looks to be very interesting. And Yondu seems to be with them at the huge climax thing, the climactic battle. Also, I think let's see, who's going to be Mantis. It looks to be very interesting. How she is. She seems more of an empath, not a punching type of character, but maybe she has more levity into it. She's going to be more of the. I don't know what type of character she's going to bring into Mantis. Hopefully they're going to do something more interesting with her. She, because supposedly they're going to be more, her and Drax are going to have some really offbeat humor. So hopefully that will be used. And I can't wait to see more of that. But anyway, overall, it looks really good. It looks to be really, really good. And I can't wait to see what this story is going to be led to. I can't wait to see how big the story gets to. How can you build up from the second movie, the first movie? Here's hoping to do something really good. Here's hoping that they will, the Nova Corps could do something really good as well. So. And also bring some and Nova into the MCU. That'd be nice too. But that's maybe that's going for a Netflix series or something. But anyway, that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your thoughts and comments and your thoughts in the comment section, positive, negative, things I need to improve and not improve. So I continue with this format of just doing the instead of doing live, just have these type of regular podcast. But I do like the live thing because you never know what you're going to get. Well, technically this is live, so this is just an open air me ranting. So, I don't know. But maybe I'll just keep doing this. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, Thank you so much for listening. It's Dukect here. Peace and love. See you when I see y'all. Later.